But to me, until I get that guy's deposit, I don't think it's gonna
Oh, man.
happen. You know what I mean? So, hey,
Hey, let's get real. Let's do this.
let's do this. Let's get things going.
All right, so hey, folks, welcome to the Real JEP podcast. This is our first episode.
Yes, sir.
JEP?
I'm JEP. We're both JEPs.
Yes, we're the Real JEP.
Correct. Remember that.
Yes. So, to kind of like take the start of this, Jose, you want to talk about why we're doing this?
I just feel like there's a lot of things about business, about life, about I don't know, real world stuff
Yeah.
that we can share. And I think that people can learn from us.
Yeah.
And we're not going to sugarcoat anything. We're just going to tell you the facts.
Mhm.
Sometimes you may agree with it, sometimes you might not be, but I guess that's what makes the world go around. And so hopefully you guys could learn a little bit about us. And if you guys have any questions or any feedback,
Yep.
hit us up.
Mm-hmm.
Be real with us.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, definitely we're gonna have real conversation,
Yeah.
real topics,
Yeah.
things happen, things that happen in our day to day,
Yeah.
and stuff. So should be fun.
Yeah. It's not all real estate. A little bit of it is, but hopefully you guys enjoy it.
You can see the prop right there.
Exactly. Yeah. If you guys want to sponsor Tops, we're looking for sponsors.
Hey, so again, welcome to the Real JV podcast, where we have real conversation. We talk about real stories. We talk about the people behind the transaction, our real life, our stories.
Yeah.
So, to kind of like get this rolling, how you doing today?
I'm a little stressed, but hey, that's my life. I had I guess a good week, but a good 4 to 5 days. But I had a transaction that I thought I had in the bag that kind of, stuck up on me and was taken away from me, and I'm still kind of been thinking about it the last 2 days of how I ended up, effing that up. But that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
I'll keep it real next time.
Yep. Oh man, same. As you're saying this, I'm looking at today as roller coaster Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because starting the morning, well, actually, ever since last night, I've been negotiating an offer
Yeah.
that just went kaput this morning.
It's funny you say that because I have a client of mine that it's looking like his offer is going to be accepted. But to me, until I get that guy's deposit, I don't think it's in the bag. You know what I mean? So, hey.
Hey, but you signed?
No, they signed the offer.
Okay, but without the deposit.
But without the deposit, and last time, he kind of backed out of the deal.
Wow.
For something very, very stupid.
Yeah.
I got his deposit back, but he makes me a little nervous. So until I have his money on his hand, then I know that it's good.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you went through that. Yeah.
And many of the stories.
Yeah.
We'll unpack these down the line.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, okay. But today's episode is basically just us kind of like talking and introducing ourselves,
Yeah.
sharing a little bit about ourselves,
Yeah.
and kind of like seeing where we go with this platform as we do this.
Yeah.
So keeping it on that same topic, where are you in life right now?
In life right now, I mean, overall, I had a great 2025, my best year ever. If you look at the numbers don't lie. I mean, I made big decisions, risky, and thanks to God, I had my best year ever. And I feel pretty confident that, success will continue, even though January was a little bit of a speed bump of this year. But I'm always optimistic that, things will be either the same or better than it was last year. How about you?
Um, I think I'm still in recovery.
Recovery. Well, okay.
I mean, it's like I'm looking at because I'm looking at it a little bit longer, like over the last 3 years.
Okay.
So I think last year, business wise, was
Yeah.
my most challenging year.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I think it was challenging for a lot of people.
yeah, but I think I've made certain decisions to kind of like move certain things along that ended up impacting.
Yeah.
Like if I'm looking success in terms of my production,
Yeah.
and how I've done in previous years,
Yeah.
I think last year volume wise was my lowest by far, even when I first started.
But you also leverage yourself into other
Yeah.
ventures.
Yeah. So to kind of like piggyback on
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
I ended up building a new line of business
Exactly.
from that.
Yeah.
So it was a challenging decision,
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
But it kind of like it gave me like more options,
Got it.
more opportunities, more to offer to clients. So it's been interesting.
Yeah.
And at the same time, last year, it was last year that I made the decision to kind of like have my own team as well. So it's been interesting developing that and seeing where that goes as well. So
while I'm trying to shrink, you're trying to grow.
yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's interesting to us.
Yeah.
We tend to do a little bit of the opposite sometimes.
Yeah. But you know what though? At least you got that young energy. I feel like I don't have that energy or that way to kind of distract from my life. I just need things to be kind of steady and not to be, up and down like it could be when you're growing
Yes.
a
I
team.
mean, I think when you're growing, you do expect that up and down.
Yeah.
But I think I did take a bigger bite
Yeah.
than I expected that it would be.
Yeah.
So it definitely challenged me in some areas.
Yeah.
Grow and kind of like rethink.
Yeah.
It was definitely interesting.
Yeah. Hey, that's life, right?
Yeah.
At least we take risk. Calculated, but the risk, which they usually pan out more times than not. So positive. Yeah.
I mean, talking about risk,
Yeah.
I think our line of work, our career is very risk averse. So have you taken any, I would say over the last couple of years, any risk that you think when you look back at it, you're like, oh my God, what was I thinking? But that actually paid off in a big way.
Well, I mean, we could be here for another couple of hours, but I mean, I'll bring up two quick ones. I mean, I gave up my brokerage. I feel like if you tell someone that you gave up what I thought it was successful in brokerage to join Real, a small growing company at the time, which at the time when I was looking into them, we only had 6,000 agents, and right now we're over 32,000 in about 3 years. So to me, that was a big risk. Calculated. And so far right now, I mean, I feel like I hit a home run. And the other risk that I took was last year. I mean, along with my day-to-day business, doing 7 flips, having a home life, or having a life in general, to me, I mean, I took on a lot. That was a huge risk because I wanted to grow that part of my business. Challenging, stressful, but I mean, again, thanks to God, I mean, everything worked out. But how about you? Last couple of years.
Last couple of years, definitely. I think the highlight whenever I'm looking at the last couple of years was the flip that I took on. Burned down properly, got it down to the studs. And I mean, we've talked about it many times. I've had like very interesting experience with that one.
Yeah.
But it was because I still was producing at that time.
Mhm.
Although I like to make the joke, sometimes I feel like I would fire myself.
Yeah.
If I was
Yeah.
working.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it kind of like pushed me to grow my time management skills, my my follow-up skills,
Hmm.
which I think definitely allowed me to provide more now.
Yeah.
And if I'm looking at just gross number wise, being able to close that flip.
Hmm.
Now, big thing. It took me 3 years to do it,
Yeah. Yeah.
but just simple numbers. Purchased at 265 and sold at 620. That's huge.
Yeah. No, that's a good number.
Big gamble.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there were times where I considered like, okay, let's just get rid of it and just start over.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's kind of like at the time I had like investors that I needed to make sure that were made whole.
Yes.
So making that decision to just keep pushing through and then seeing the result on the back end,
Yeah.
priceless.
Yeah. I mean, like the thing about flips, and it's kind of like you've never been on that side,
Yeah.
is that it's not only the project, it's when you're borrowing out money,
Yes.
the month to month responsibility of paying that
Yeah.
along with home life.
Yeah.
It's not easy to tolerate.
no,
Like it's
no.
definitely like big bucks,
Yeah.
you know?
And I think, but like you say, like the month to month responsibility to
Yeah.
make sure that you're paying.
Yeah.
If anything goes wrong,
Mhm.
and you can quickly get upside down.
Yeah. No, of course.
Yeah.
And I think that's looking back at 25 and being real, telling people about myself a little bit more, right? I own multiple properties.
Yeah.
So between the first and the fifth day of the month, I'm always like writing bills and sending mortgage statements. And the amount of statements and money going out, sometimes it took me back and I'm like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like it's mind boggling, you know, to be paying like 10, 12 different mortgages. I'm like, wow. I'm like, damn. You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. The amount of money that comes in and out.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
It kind of like makes you think sometimes and kind of like in retrospect, like, oh, wow,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, like when I grew up, I thought having seen my parents only with one was overwhelming. Never mind a dozen.
Yeah.
You know, and and just you writing checks, as I still write checks.
Yeah.
I'm old school. I do some stuff online, but then I also
I write checks.
yeah. So I'm like 50-50 with that. But yeah, it's just like mind boggling the number, you know, of
Yeah.
everything added up and going out. I'm like, what the, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. No, hey, for sure.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
No, it is. It is. Yeah.
So, what is your like you talking about 2025?
Hmm.
Like if we're talking about, I don't think we have normal days, but a typical day,
Yeah.
what does that look like for you?
A typical day for me, I mean, it starts by making sure that my daughter walks out the door and get ready to go to school and that I'm present.
Yeah.
I always try to be present for my daughter. So usually I usually try to be in the office between 9 to 9:30.
Yeah.
That's kind of my ritual. I can't work from home. Like I get too distracted. So I usually like to be in 9:30. If I have showings, I try to do my best to do them in the morning, even though sometimes I can't.
Yeah.
So when it comes to showing houses, prospecting, I think that 9 to 1 window is where I work best.
Okay.
You know, sometimes in real estate, you can't control everything. So sometimes I do have showings late afternoons, but I do my best. That again, depending on my daughter's schedule, if she has any games, I do my best to end my day at least an hour, hour and a half prior to her game, so I could be there. So, and then I'm pretty good during football seasons to take a day off, or at least take a afternoon Patriots time game time off. But but I sometimes have to work Saturdays. So Saturdays is a little bit different, because Saturday is just a little bit of showings or open houses.
Yeah.
So that's like a 4 to 6 hour work period that I usually tend to work. So normal hours, 50, 60 hours on average. That's what I've been working probably the last decade plus. So yeah, so it's not easy, you
Not
know.
a traditional 40-hour
Yeah,
week.
and the thing is, when I have projects going on, flips, I try to make it a point, that at least 3 to 4 days a week, I do like a drive by and be present at the job site, seeing what's going on, what they need. So 25, a lot of my properties were pretty much, I put in a lot of miles back and forth. I had properties in Fall River, had them in Hingham, and I had them in Hyde Park, and then Brockton. So it's like,
You got the whole
yeah,
circle.
yeah, exactly. So I'm always like coming and going.
Yeah.
So that changes day to day. Sometimes it also depends on the contractor that I have. Sometimes they're more needy. Sometimes they need me more present.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, real estate is 24/7. But I do my best to shut off my phone at 8 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? If you call me after 8 and it goes to voicemail, 9 out of 10 times is because I have do not disturb on.
Yep.
Yeah.
I made it a point, when was that? Last month,
Mm-hmm.
to actually set do not disturb on both phones, the work phone and the personal phone.
Yeah.
Because I realized as much as I was trying to set like a schedule where, hey, I'm gonna start working at
Yeah.
9 o'clock,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna end my day at 5 or 6.
Yeah.
That was never the case.
Yeah. No, it's
Because I sit in that phone button,
yeah.
I look at it. If it's a prospect, if it's a lead,
Yeah.
if it's basically a client following up,
Yeah.
I pick up.
Yeah. No, I mean, and sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
But I mean, to me, it's like my phone automatically at 8 o'clock goes to do not disturb, and it comes back on at 8:30.
Yeah.
But if I have to pick it up, if I have to make a call, that's different. But it's kind of like an urgent
Exactly.
need,
Right.
not like a mandatory.
Yeah. I mean, because I like if I'm looking right now, I make it a point because I want to be kind of like there,
Mhm.
like present,
Yeah.
and present mentally in the morning. So I make it a point that by the time that I'm going to take them, like put them to bed,
Yeah.
my phone is the not disturb starts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then in the morning, as I'm getting them ready, because for me, like I said, there's no stability.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm running the construction,
Yeah.
I'm running the real estate, I'm running the team. So
Yeah. And now we're doing this.
exactly. Now we have a podcast,
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
I'm like my head is all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But for me, it's kind of like making sure that in the morning I have at least a few minutes.
Mhm.
I mean, I say a few minutes, but at least an hour
Yeah.
for myself.
Yeah.
Like I call it the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
So
It's true. It's true. Because my daughter walks out the door at 7:20,
yeah,
7:15 to 7:20,
yeah,
and I start getting myself ready at 8.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I can be out of the house by 8:30,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes 8:45, but I'm usually in Brockton 9:15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's like I think it's important. Like you take that
Yeah.
moment to get
Yeah.
yourself
Yeah.
in the morning, you center yourself,
Yeah.
and then after that, I'm on the door
Yeah.
dropping my daughter off. Then
Yeah.
it's either to a site
Yeah. Yeah.
or I'm either trying to come back to prospect or
Yeah.
put a phone together
Yeah.
or something
Yeah.
related. So there's no typical day.
Yeah.
But I know like when I was when I had the project going on,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's crazy. And I
Yeah.
think balancing the real estate, or sales,
Yeah.
the construction, and the home life, that was tough.
Nah, I mean those are the things that people don't realize happens in when you're in the sales business like we
Yeah.
are. Never mind when you try to be in the construction business. You know, if you combine those two,
Oh, yeah.
it's shit show.
Like my wife says, maybe I love the pain.
Yeah, I mean, hey, but we also love the money.
Of
You know,
course.
so
So, what would you say people usually get wrong about you?
See, that's a tough question. I'll ask you first, and then I'll answer after you. What do you think you're wrong about Edmy?
I probably would say that I'm too nice.
Too nice?
I get that a lot.
Yeah, yeah. But you are too
I'm
nice.
super nice. I love to laugh.
Yeah.
I think you will hardly not see me with a smile on.
Yeah.
But I think I'm able to shift gears or shift mode when
Yeah.
I need to.
Yeah.
When I need to have that stern, serious face or kind of like be a little bit more on point.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And of course, sometimes I use it too.
Yeah. I guess about me, I mean, that I'm too serious. That I'm not, yeah, exactly. That I'm not approachable. And that I have this face on that I'm like always like, I don't know, maybe mean or mad. But I'm not. I mean, I grew up a certain way that kind of makes me be a little bit more reserved. But I mean, once you get to know me, I mean, I feel like I'm very approachable and I'm very a giving person.
Yeah.
And if you were like on my good side, I mean, I'll do anything for you. You know what I mean? And but if you're not, God, you know,
In other words, don't get on your bad side.
exactly, don't get on my bad side because it will always be there.
Yeah.
Doesn't go away.
Oh man. So how long have you been doing real estate?
22 years. Been doing real estate 22 years. I'm actually getting a text right now from a client, which I'm about to send it to voicemail. Yeah, exactly. It's just that they're doing an inspection at the house,
Okay.
and he's just, um, I don't know why he's calling me, but I told him I'll call him back in a half hour.
Yeah. So it goes back to what we were talking about, like the stopping time. If you don't set it so that you can actually, take a moment to breathe, you're always gonna be glued and doing the follow-up because hey, that's how we make our living.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So 26, 22 years?
22 years.
22 years. What would you say was harder than you expected?
I mean, 22 years, but I always say that when it comes to my real estate career, I always look at it two ways. I started part-time. And that was a little challenging. I mean, having I looked at it like I had two full-time jobs at one time or another. But full-time real estate has been about 15, 16 years. Yeah. And the toughest part is growing a business is tough.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with me, like I'm not the type of person that likes to ask much for help. I like to learn things on my own. I like to take calculated risk. And that was challenging. It's expensive. I mean, to grow a successful business, it is time consuming.
Yeah.
But to me, I was always optimistic that I mean things were gonna work out for the right reasons.
Yeah.
So I think the most difficult part, I mean, I went through '08 when the whole world seemed to have ended, and then through COVID. I mean, those were two tough periods, but it's just funny because right after, like the year after, I tend to have like a good year.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, speed bumps, but if you're growing a business, I feel like your past clients and your work ethic will pay off.
Yeah.
How about for you?
So I've been doing it for 6 years. And I think this year, actually, just started my 7th year.
Oh, time flies.
But full time, probably 5.5.
5.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I started then 6 months later
Yeah.
to take the lead.
Yeah.
And my shoe go.
Yeah.
But if I'm looking at what was harder,
Yeah.
I think I'll say the same thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like growing the business.
Yeah.
Because although when I started, I did kind of like have the mindset of that it will be a business, or it is a business, or it will be a business.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think some of the expectations that I had
Mhm.
when I kind of like got into the field, I'm like, okay, it's not really. I mean, yeah, there's some lavishness to it, but it's not necessarily that lavish part. There's the grind and the blood, the sweat, the tears that has to be put in behind the scenes. So
Yeah.
that you can kind of like have that success.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's funny you say that, and now let me be real about something, right? That I had a conversation with a top producing agent, been in the business probably less than 2 years, and she was asking me, she's like, that I don't do much social media, but that I'm very successful. You know, I took that as a compliment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is true. Like when it comes to social media, I've never really been that consistent with it. Every year, I always say I'm going to be consistent, and I don't. But this year's going to be different, right? But it's with social media, you can be whoever you want to be.
True.
I mean, you can make yourself be, the king of whatever,
True.
and in reality, or you sell the most, you're number one, or whatever. But numbers speak for themselves.
Yes.
So, in a way, I always say sometimes it's good to be kind of quiet and let the numbers speak for themselves.
The work
Yeah,
for itself.
yeah.
Mhm.
So you don't have to be loud.
No, it's funny because kind of like playing along with last year decisions that I've made
Hmm.
as I sort of since I want to grow the team,
Yeah,
I sort of stopped the
yeah,
kind of like social media that I was doing.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna grow it, do the work,
Hmm.
and then present it.
Yeah,
So I don't know, calculated decision, but
yeah.
let's see how that takes.
Yeah. No, no, it's true. I mean, like about 3, 4 years ago, or you can say right around the time that I joined Rio, I said to Leslie, I said, I'm gonna stop focusing on stats like everybody else is, like chasing people or, wanted to be here, wanted to be there. Because a lot of that could be fudged
Yeah.
to whatever you want it to be. You know what I mean? So, and it also, like, I don't know, like it kind of took a weight out of my back, off my back. I'm like, I'm content doing the business I'm doing. It speaks for itself.
Yeah.
And so far, I mean, I've seen other people's stats, and I don't feel like I'm that far off, if not better than a lot of them out there.
Mhm.
So thankfully, God's on my side.
Hey, you're doing the work.
Exactly. Exactly.
Uh, so when did things, I mean, is there a moment when you kind of like question things or when you thought that it wouldn't work out?
Uh, Good question. I mean, I guess you could say I have a period of a couple of hours that I might be negative that things are not going to work out. But if everything, and I'm not trying to brag, but everything that I put my mind to it,
Yeah.
I always make it a point, and I always work extra hard
Uh-huh.
to try to make it successful.
Mm.
So if you see me in something like I am now with baseball cards or sports cards investing, like to me is like I'm gonna make sure that I'm successful. Does it mean that I'm gonna be number one? No,
No.
but I'm definitely gonna give it my all to learn the good, the bad, the in, the outs, and to invest wisely
Yeah.
to make sure that I have success at that. I'm a very positive person. If you see me that you're pitching me and I'm not even paying attention to it, obviously that tells you that I'm not interested.
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever I put my mind to it, my mind, my money, my effort,
Yes.
you know what I mean? So I'm a positive person with things that I focus on,
Mhm.
you know?
So wait, so you don't have those moments at the beginning of the year, like a lot of people I feel talk about, like when they freak out when they don't see closings happening.
I mean, you always have like, I mean, my January, everything that I have in January, a lot of it got pushed into February.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, I guess you have maybe a couple of weeks of saying like, you know what, where are things heading? Because like it's funny with everything going on with the war and all that stuff over the last couple of weeks. I was telling Leslie, I'm like, you know what? I mean, this year the way they're talking about energy prices probably doubling from what they are now, and the world is freaking ending. I'm like, you know what? Maybe we've got to be a little bit more cautious on wasting so much money on bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe saving a little bit more just in case might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
But I say that, and then I got 3 offers accepted. So I mean, so I guess I should be more negative. We'll talk more cautious if things are gonna, you know. Yeah. But I mean, I'm always optimistic, but I don't know. I guess I'm more calculated. I mean, that's always been about me. I guess my personality on the Pisces, we're very calculated. So, but yeah, you have speed bumps. Everybody has speed bumps.
Yeah.
You know, but a speed bump is not going to last me 3 to 4 months because, I mean, hopefully it has never happened that like that. But but how about you?
No. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, if I want to say like it's the same thing. Like I'll have moments, yeah, because very much like you, I'm uber optimistic,
Yeah.
and I'll even say sometimes scary optimistic.
Yeah.
But I usually do my best to put like if I'm doing something to learn it right and put my best.
Correct. Same here.
And like yeah, I joke around and I say yeah, I work hard, but believe me, I'll outwork a lot of people.
Exactly.
Like I'll really work out just to make sure that I learn it. And one thing that people don't expect sometimes, I'm competitive.
Me too.
But a lot of times I'm competitive with myself. So I have to be able to do it better than I did it last time, or better than I did it yesterday.
Yeah.
Because like even if I'm looking at through my career, because I was in healthcare,
Yeah.
and now I'm in sales, and I'm also doing construction. But it has always been like at a certain point, I need to feel a growth.
Yeah.
I need to feel movement forward, and I need to feel that I learn something that I can.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I think I have these moments where I may have like transaction, like for instance, I have a transaction that should have closed since like December. We're still pushing it out.
Yeah.
Now we're thinking probably April, and weird sales game might not even close in April. Yeah. But things like that, what I come to realize happen.
Yeah.
You just have to keep doing the work and stacking the deck, and like you say a lot of times.
Yeah.
Exactly. You'll just see the snowfall, the avalanche.
Yeah.
Like just pouring.
Yeah. And I know you didn't ask me, but I'll bring it back to this, right?
Yeah.
So the thing that's a little bit fascinating about the collecting and the business side of sports cards is that I look at it like a little bit like real estate. Sometimes you have to, a lot of times people look for what area has potential of growth.
Okay.
Same thing with sports cards. A lot of times people look at the potential of a rookie being, you buy low and then you sell high.
Yeah.
So you're always looking for that little nugget that nobody really knows about that could hit a home. And I think that's what's fascinating about this, especially not the way the business is now, not the way it was like when I was a little kid. This business is totally different than when I was growing up. And to me, that competition of, of getting things cheap and selling them at a higher price, it's intriguing to me.
I mean, you're 100% describing the real estate.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yes, if we're looking at people who bought 20, 30 years ago, and now that, either improved the house or now the market being what it is now, a lot of them are even about that.
Yeah. And then, you go to these car shows, or you go, generally speaking, you're always negotiating. You always want to get things a little bit better price, better terms, you know?
So, what got you into sports caps?
Well, I've always been a collector. Um, when I was a kid more than the last 15, 20 years. But I just I started watching more in the market the way these prices were skyrocketing, and I just started doing more research, and then I'm like, you know what? Like I'm like, why haven't I touched this over the last decade? You know, I mean, why have I pretty much ignored it besides buying a pack here or a pack there? Because it could be a good kind of release for me to get away from the mental side of real estate into something that I kind of enjoy. I watch sports all the time. I kind of know the players. I kind of know who could have potential or not.
Yeah.
And little by little, I started doing more research, started digging in more, and I saw the prices of these like rookies doubling and tripling in a year. And I'm like, wow, that's like real money. And there's a lot of people making tons of money on these cards.
Wow.
You know, I see people having $100, $200 collections like it's nothing in their house. I'm like, wow. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
So, like, the numbers is definitely shocking. And to me, I'm like, you know what? I need something. I need a hobby. I need to have something like, people call it like a private collection. Things that plays that I want to collect that I have no intention of selling anytime soon. And that's kind of what I'm building. But over the last couple of months, I'm also looking at things that I could probably buy to sell in the next 3 to 4 months. So Leslie and I have even talked about, full disclosure, getting real. We may start doing a show here or there by the end of the year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, selling cards, you know what I mean? And we definitely getting into the hobby. I took my daughter to a show a couple months ago for the first time. She loved it. She, the thing that fascinates her, and she was asking me to kind of work with her, is her negotiating skills. Okay, because I said just because they're asking $10 doesn't mean you have to give them $10.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a 10. Okay, you start at 5 if you like the card. Okay, and then you close the deal at 8. If not, you walk away. So she had me practice with her like 3 times.
Wow.
You know, it's like when you're calling cold calls, you practicing script.
Yeah.
She's practicing with me, negotiating, trying to get
So
something
that's
cheaper.
good.
You know, and to me, I think that's a good skill.
Oh, it is a very much.
You know, and you see these kids with their cases negotiating with dealers, selling to them. And a lot of these dealers are buying things at a discount. They're not paying you 100% of the value of the car. They're getting it at a discount. So to me, like, I think that's a good trait for someone young to learn.
I mean, it's useful.
Yeah.
Like, I can see many other areas in life where where that can apply.
Yeah,
So, I mean, if you really think about it, we're almost always negotiating.
exactly. Exactly. So, another full disclosure.
I mean, real.
Yeah, exactly. Being real. So one of the things, and hopefully nobody takes my idea, but if you take it, just give me credit, and give me a referral. I saw someone post that for their kid's birthday, they made them a box, and that the box they couldn't open for until they graduated high school.
Wow.
And to me, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do that for my daughter this year. And one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to put some type of a sports card or two in it, so she can open it the day she graduates, just to see if it's something that could pay for half a year of college or something, So what do they call those things that, like a capsule?
Capsule.
Yeah. Yeah. So it won't be a 100-year thing, but it probably be like something that she can open in 8 years.
8 years.
Just to see, like probably now she's into that Nido thing, just to see, put something like that, just to see the toys that were popular in 2026, that might not be popular in 2034, type of thing. So we're definitely doing that.
Oh yeah.
So I think it'll be.
You're talking about like toys that were popular. So yesterday, my wife and I, we went to buy like a dining table set.
Yeah.
So we met this nice guy.
Yeah.
He was hot. and he was explaining how he sold a Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
That was my thing.
Yeah.
With almost like, I think 6,400 something games
Yeah.
for $500. And I'm like, what? Like, it wasn't even that expensive. Well, I mean, back, if you're comparing like back then, the prices, yeah, probably expensive. But I'm like, I would have never thought back then that the value would have either maintained or gone up.
Hey, I can sit down here and tell you stories of what I've heard over the last 3 to 4 months of things that I'm like, what, really? That went up that much?
Yeah.
I'll tell you 2 quick ones. Shohei Ohtani's rookie card, right? First Bowman. I was told that his rookie card about 2 years ago was $500.
Okay.
First Bowman batting. Now the same card is almost $5,000.
Wow.
You know, and there's another one right now. His All Aces, which I believe was put out in 2022.
Yeah.
My dad bought that card for $10. Just at the beginning of this year, they were selling the same card for $100. Okay,
Yeah.
that card PSA 10, $1,000 in a matter of like 4 months.
Was.
You know, so imagine if you had 100 of those cards. That's just an example of how crazy prices are,
Yeah.
especially with certain athletes. Which to me, I'm like, why not me? I need a little bit of that, a piece of that pie.
Yeah.
And it's just insane the way prices are going with players from now, players from before.
Huge
Yeah.
appreciation on some of them.
Yeah, even like old school toys. I mean, the appreciation, especially like if they're the original box,
Yep.
prices are crazy. Yeah,
And they're original.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, to me, it's like, or even shoes, old Jordans. You know what I mean? Like, and I even seen people selling like on like old like regular like original concert shirts.
Yeah.
That was big money too. Like the things that people collect is just crazy. Yeah, but everything original, it's always worth
Yep.
big. Even I heard the new iPhone. If you have the new iPhone, the first iPhone that went out, if you have it in the box, if I'm not mistaken, you can probably fetch 15, 20 grand.
Yeah.
Unopened, sealed, 15 to 20 grand.
Wow.
You know, but who would have thought about buying an iPhone and not opening the box, right? But there are people that say that they have them.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Buy it.
Yeah.
Keep it there.
Yeah. So being a collector is not bad,
No.
but then you need a space for it. So if you need more space, I can sell your house with a lot of space.
Yep. Yep.
So,
Oh, man.
but I could talk about collecting all day, man. But you know,
Things like right now, that's the hobby that
yeah,
you're enjoying.
I'm enjoying it. It's actually giving me a little bit of a not a buffer, of an outlet to get away from day to day real estate for a couple of hours a day. So something else to kind of look up to, and it's something that even my wife is getting into it a little bit, and my daughter. So that's kind of, I mean, she's more into that Pokemon
Okay. Yep.
than anything, but I don't think that's a bad
No.
idea, you know?
I mean, that's actually something that I think went up in value.
Yeah.
If you have original cards, especially from back then, they're worth money.
Pokemon collectors are worse than sports cards collectors. Yeah. The amount of people there, I think, is probably double or triple.
Really?
Yeah. It's insane. It's like, and what they call them scalpers, people that go to Walmart or Target and take out everything, and then they sell it on Marketplace for double the price. It's just, it's insane. It's like an army,
Yep.
you know? So,
Wow.
yeah. But, yeah. More stories for another day.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, point is coming up with the episodes,
Yeah.
especially as we have guests. So let's do a little bit of a rapid fire,
All right. Okay.
kind of like no overthinking.
Okay.
So, what's one habit you have to break to grow?
One habit. mean, I guess I brought it up. I mean, focusing on my competition, just focus on myself and let the competition worry about me. You know,
Best advice that you ignored at first.
first advice. See, that's a good question because I mean, I think the only advice that I can remember someone giving me is don't get into real estate. Give, don't give up your day job for it.
Yeah.
And that was from my parents. You know what I mean? And to me, it's like my head was made up
Mm-hmm.
and I never looked back. So I couldn't fail at that point, you know?
Yep. Yep. Just
Yeah.
because it was like I'm originally from Haiti,
Mm-hmm.
so usually in our culture,
Yeah.
it's one of the four. Either you're a doctor,
Mm-hmm.
you're an attorney,
Yeah.
you're a nurse, or you're an engineer.
Yeah.
No other fields.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So imagining me working in healthcare and walking to my mother and letting her know I'm quitting my full-time job of switching to real estate.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I have no deals closing yet.
Yeah.
I'm jumping right into it.
It's
That was fun.
nah. But you know what though? There's no reason to be negative and fail. You have to do everything to kick butt and hit it out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
So
No, yeah, I think whenever you make a decision, you just have to get to a point that it's no matter what.
exactly.
Because if you feel strongly enough that you decide to make that shift,
Mm-hmm.
you should stick with it and make sure you trust the decision and the steps that you're taking to get there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
So a win that you're proud of that nobody sees.
A win that I'm proud of, but nobody sees.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I was counting my doors. I have 18 doors, and hopefully more to come.
Nice.
You know,
So something that you're still figuring out.
something that I'm still figuring out. Damn, these questions are harder than school. You know,
Hey, you gotta be uncomfortable. You gotta don't overthink it.
that's a tough one. I mean, I mean, I guess there's always something with real estate that you never know everything. So I mean, new ways to prospect. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've always been. I hated calling people, cold calling. You know, sometimes people suggested texting instead of kind of getting to the back door or leaving like a voicemail in the background, and hopefully they respond back. So I guess finding new ways to, you know, make those calls happen without,
Yeah.
you know, breaking any law.
Yeah,
You know?
pretty much.
Yeah, but
And what's one word that people would not expect to describe you?
that they wouldn't expect.
Yeah, that describes you. One word.
Super successful. Yeah. Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So let's pivot.
Okay. Okay.
What was a career defining mistake, or I'll say decision that you made, and how did it change?
I guess graduated college and thinking that just because I graduated with a business bachelor's degree that I have to go work at State Street.
Yeah.
You know, just because you graduated with a degree doesn't really mean you need to kind of use it. I just wish I got into real estate a lot sooner.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, again, I mean, back in those days, you always thought that working 9 to 5, having health insurance, your 401k was the way to go. But being an entrepreneur, it seemed very, very risky, and it seemed very, very out of this world.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So,
And what would you say that it cost you?
about a decade of quicker success. You know what I mean? I mean, to me, if I did not pursue that avenue, I feel like I would be, instead of 18 doors, I might have 50.
Mm.
So it definitely held me back with the growth.
With the growth.
Yeah.
Mhm. And anything that you learned from it?
I mean, I guess I always I talk to my daughter and I always say that you can do whatever you want to do. Just because society tells you that, you have to do one, two, three. No, sometimes it's okay to go from one to eight because you want to pursue that eight. You know what I mean? If you got good work ethic, you got a good backing from home,
Yeah.
the sky's the limit. You know what I mean? You have to have a positive mindset, a good work ethic, and more times than not, you're going to be more successful than the opposite.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
yeah, and it's okay to be different.
Yeah.
And
And they say hard work beats talent.
I 100% agree. You know,
And so would you ever change that? That mistake?
if I have to go back,
Yeah.
yeah, no, definitely. I mean, if I can rewrite, I mean, I mean, to be honest, like I don't think I learned anything on State Street. I really don't. Like, I mean, I definitely did not take anything to help me with what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So it was like a decade wasted behind a desk,
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, it didn't make me, I mean, I guess it made me realize that I'd never want to go back
Yeah.
to that type of 9 to 5 structure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't, you know, miss it or change it.
Yeah.
It's part of life, I guess.
End of life.
Yeah, yeah,
I think that's where like you and I are a little bit different on that because I believe that nothing happens before its time.
yeah,
And I believe that life teaches you at every step.
hmm
So wherever you are, whatever you do,
yeah,
it's probably because there's something you need to learn
hmm
in faith
yeah,
so that you can get to the growth that you need or
yeah,
that you're trying to achieve.
yeah, yeah,
Because I think like a lot of times when we set our mind or when we have an idea to do something, God, the universe, everything sort of aligns to
yeah,
it happen. But there are key things that we need to get there.
yeah,
I mean, one thing that people say a lot is that you don't know what you don't know.
yeah,
So there's a lot of like, because when I think back at certain decisions, things that I've done, and I'm like, well, but I've learned that from there.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like, the fact that I'm where I'm at and I'm making the choices and decisions I'm making is because I learned from these other mistakes or other decisions that I made. So yeah, I do look at it a little bit different.
yeah. I mean, but it's okay to be different, you know what I mean?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
And I respect your decision, so it's kind of in your
Yeah.
thoughts. So,
Yeah.
but let me ask you a couple questions then.
Mhm.
So rapid fire for you.
All right.
So one habit you had to break in order to grow.
Um, procrastination. It's still doing some procrastinating,
It's okay.
but I had to learn really to prioritize stuff that I have to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What's the best advice you ignored at first?
From you, exactly bunches.
So what's a win you're proud of that nobody sees?
um, I think I have a couple.
Okay.
But one thing that a lot of people don't know, I was a homeowner
hmm
at I think I was 23.
That's awesome.
So first property we bought. Then I want to say 5 years later, so 28,
hmm
purchased the second property.
And that brings me to a rant, right?
Yeah.
Or things that kind of annoy me in this business, right? There's a lot of real estate agents
Yeah.
that are selling houses. They call them successful real estate,
Yeah.
but they don't even own their property.
That's the process.
They're renting, and I'm like, you're buying from someone that's telling you to buy something when they haven't even bought something themselves.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So it's good that you did it at 23 because there's people that are probably 35 or 40 that own shit.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
good for you,
That's true.
you know?
Hey.
And I do know a couple, you know? Some of them are, they're broker, you know? So something you're still figuring out. How to grow better?
Yeah. It's like I was saying earlier, I'm always trying to grow something to improve.
Yeah.
on something. So it's like how to be more
Yeah.
better at growing.
That's cool. That's cool. One word people will not expect to describe you.
I think I said it.
Huh. Okay, competitive. Okay. Okay. So the pivot question. Okay.
Yeah.
What was a career mistake you made and how did I mean I think you said this. Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's I think what I was.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I think. What do you think? We've been having like really good conversation.
Yeah.
So just a couple key points, and I want you to get interested.
Yeah.
You know, open the box and like open a few cards.
Yeah, I'll open a pack and you can open a pack. So we can talk, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But go ahead. I'm listening.
So as we're doing this,
Yeah.
what's one? I mean, we talked about like the fluff sometimes that we see in the industry, like people showing off some here there's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's one hard truth that if you're saying like, okay, because I look at real estate
Yeah.
that you're building something for nothing.
Okay.
So what's one hard truth?
What's one hard truth?
Yeah.
I mean, I go back to that it's very time consuming if you really want to be successful.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, like thinking that you're gonna be able to do this 2-3 hours a week and hit it out of the ballpark. Yeah, you may get lucky and get 1 or 2 deals here or there, but the consistency it's not gonna be there. You know what I mean? And also, things are not gonna be handed to you just because you're pretty, just because you're tough or whatever. Like, it takes hard work.
Yeah.
It's you're growing your business. You're growing a business. It's not like what you see on TV. Just because you have your license with someone and the phones are gonna start ringing.
Yep.
It doesn't work like that.
It's
Hard work, patience, and being coachable.
yeah.
Is that done?
Being coaching it is kind of like very. Because a lot of times, I see in like newer that are coming
Yeah.
kind of like into the industry.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like they're like, oh yeah, I'm working for
Yeah.
X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's possible, but you
Yeah.
gotta work for it.
Exactly.
So and it's gonna take time.
Exactly.
Like you were saying earlier, just because of your license
Mm-hmm.
is most people are not just gonna jump off and start calling you.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, it's your license.
No, exactly. Exactly. So let's see if I get lucky with $100 card here. So far I haven't been too lucky with it though, but you got Josh Lowe, don't know who he is. Parker, Jacob, Carlos, Kyle, William Contreras. I believe he's with the Red Sox now. Yeah. First base. Mason Barnett. I got a Red Sox card. That's a nice card, but it's not worth anything. Mookie Betts, ex-Red Sox. I still miss Mookie. And I got Shohei, Stars of MLB. So I guess that's a decent looking card. But hey, not bad. Not bad. What did you get?
See, I got Dalton Varsho,
Okay.
Jimmy Crooks,
Nice.
Aaron Judge,
Okay. Yankee.
Kerry Carpenter,
Yeah.
Hunter Goodman,
Okay.
Bryce Miller,
Nice.
Luis Morales.
Okay.
It's Cuban Hate. That's the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah, nice, nice. Those are nice guys.
Yeah. Julio Rodriguez.
Nice. J Rod,
Yep. Peyton Tully,
Red Sox pitcher.
Clayton.
Kershaw, yeah.
Oh, yep, you know.
Yeah.
Soda Gray.
Nice.
Not bad.
Yeah. So I got a funny story. You pulled an Aaron Judge. So for my private collection, I've been
Yep.
buying some Aaron Judge cards. And when I started collecting a couple months ago, my daughter's like, Daddy, why are you collecting Yankee plays? Don't we hate them? And I'm like, hey, when it comes to money, you know, you can like them for business purposes only, you know. So, but we pulled out Aaron Judge.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, um, so as we're closing this out, what's one practical takeaway would you say from saying kind of like as building something out of nothing?
Yeah.
What's like one guiding principle for you, or one takeaway?
Positive mindset. And like you said, I mean, hard work will always work better than talent.
Yeah.
You can be the smartest guy in the room, but if your work ethic sucks, eventually it's going to catch up to you.
Yeah. So trust what you're doing, keep doing it, put in the work, be coachable.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Stay tuned for our next episode, and thank you. And if this conversation resonated with you, DM us, share your story. Also, share it. Bye.
Exactly. Peace.